for iOS and Android.
Now at 6, Miami, Oklahoma's police chief announces his retirement. Plus, some high school students in Cherokee, Kansas showed their respect and appreciation for America's veterans. And some people in Parsons, Kansas swapped out their old flags for brand new ones at the Great American Flag Swap.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The police chief for the city of Miami, Oklahoma announces his retirement. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. Today marked the last official day for Thomas Hightower Anderson as the city's police chief. The move comes with some controversy as Miami officials began an investigation into allegations against Anderson earlier this year. At the time, Anderson had been placed on administrative leave, and that was back in July. The city reinstated Anderson a few months later. Reasons for the investigation were not given by city officials. Anderson has served as Miami's chief of police since 2015 and has been employed by the city of Miami since 1995. Miami City Manager Tyler Klein has named Captain Todd Hicks to serve as interim police chief until the vacated position is filled. Well, Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us now with a first look at weather.
Well, of course, kind of a gloomy day for us today. Temperatures pretty close to where they should be for this time of the year. We're sitting lower 60, 63 in Joplin, 60 is where we stand in Pittsburgh. A little bit cooler on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side because they've been getting rain over the past couple hours. Where you haven't been getting rain, temperatures mainly sitting into lower 60s. Through the rest of the evening, we slide through the 50s, showers, even a couple rumbles of thunder will start to pick up. Look at the radar lighting up. Kansas, Oklahoma, big batch of rain is pushing northeast, so it's going to be widespread rain across the entire viewing area. A little bit heavier once you get out toward Yates Center, Chanute, Independence, Bartlesville, picking up Grand Lake. A few showers starting to get into the west side of the metro, but we're going to have periods of rain as we go through the overnight hours tonight. We're going to talk more about that here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. Well, students at Southeast High School in Cherokee, Kansas came together to honor the brave men and women who served in our nation's armed forces. In a heartfelt ceremony, the gymnasium was filled with music and reflection as the choir sang and the band played, while veterans shared stories of the challenges they faced while serving. KOAM's Lonnie Walton was there and has their story.
I wasn't concerned with my own life.
Hunter Jamison is a former student of Southeast High School. Lost and confused about what direction to go in life, he joined the Marine Force. That's where he served 4 years of uncertainty.
Position where we were able to go from relaxed, going to the gym, going to get food, going and hanging out in the town. Within 48 hours, we were on the plane headed to whatever country.
Jamison, of course, is one of the many men and women in the community who served. That's why Southeast High held its 37th annual assembly to honor them. The day started with brunch and was followed by a ceremony. Principal Larry Molly says serving is a high duty.
It also is important to let the students understand the importance of those in our community, their neighbors and friends, who they may not know some of their service.
Speaking of students, we found a few who say this event means a lot to them because of the personal connection they already had.
My great grandfather, he was in the he was in the Army, and his parents were also in the military. My grandfather, he was also in the Air Force, and I think it's just really important to serve others that fought for your country.
Another veteran in attendance was Melvin Hoffman, who was honored with a quilt for his service.
Very, very appreciated. Extremely good.
Lastly, each member received a pin for their time in service. Reporting in Cherokee, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
And veterans and families expressed their pride for the students. Many said the most emotional part of the day came while the choir sang service songs representing their branches. Well, Pittsburgh High School also got in on the Veterans Day festivities. The high school hosted its annual Veterans Day Assembly today, and all area veterans and their families were invited to attend, and several student organizations took part in the execution of the ceremony.
I think it's very important to honor those who have served for our country and for us, and I feel like We have like history classes and everything, but it's not really mentioned how important this really is. So just to have a whole day to celebrate this and to honor those who have been there for us and who have served is really important.
The assembly took place in the PHS gymnasium. And Oklahoma City held a stylish event for veterans today. Custom suits and life skills welcome vets in Oklahoma City to come out and take advantage of a free suit of clothes. Well, vets could come in and browse the more than 250 suits and blazers, as well as the more than 350 ties, and leave with a free suit of clothes. Jonathan Tippett, who started Custom Suits and Life Skills, says this is a small way to say thank you.
The things that our veterans have done for us in protecting our country and putting their life on the line for us, I mean, I'm just excited that we're able to do something to be able to give back to them.
The giveaway was on a first-come, first-served basis for a veteran with a military ID or proof of service from the Oklahoma Department of Veterans Affairs. Well, KOAM's final Great American Flag Swap of the year took place today in Parsons, Kansas. People could come out and swap their tattered old flags for brand new ones. And judging from the turnout, the event was another success. Just because this was the last flag swap of the year, don't worry. We'll be back next year to start the annual tradition all over again. For more information on Flag Swap, as well as flag etiquette, just head over to KOAMnewsnow.com/flag. Well, hundreds of dogs and cats received free vaccinations today at the Joplin Humane Society. That story is coming up. But first, a Carthage nonprofit shows its true colors today with some help from the YMCA. We'll explain when we come back. Feeding Inc. is partnering with Fairview Acres YMCA to host their very first Harvest Color Fun Run this Saturday at 9 a.m. KOAM's Melissa Alexis has the details.
People just need some human connection, and that's what we try to do here, just distribute God's love to them.
Feeding Inc. is a nonprofit in Carthage that aims to feed those experiencing food insecurity and empowering them with tools to improve their lives.
Our vision here is to not just feed them, but just to help serve them in whatever way we can. We really know that they need encouragement, they need training.
They provide resources to the community through their food pantry. They also provide hot meals, food boxes, and even classes. On Saturday, November 9th, they will host their very first Harvest Color Fun Run to fundraise and continue doing the work to help others.
We want to make the community more aware. We're kind of a hidden gem for a lot of people here.
Participants will run around the lake while people toss color on the runners.
When they run past those people, they will get color tossed on them. So we opted for some white t-shirts so they can get all colored up and decorated from the run.
All of the money raised from the run and the raffle will go towards helping feed the community. Reporting in Carthage, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
After the run, they will hold a raffle and winners will receive prizes and refreshments will be provided. Well, the Joplin Humane Society held its first ever free vaccine clinic. Today, free vaccines were given to the first 250 dogs and 250 cats in line. The event began with a promising start as attendees lined up 2 hours before the event began at 7 a.m.
They're getting distemper, bordetella, rabies, pyrantel, which is a general dewormer. They can select any of those things, as well as microchips, flea and tick, feline AIDS leukemia tests. So we're offering a whole array of things that your pets could get today.
The event was made possible through a partnership with Petco Love and Friends of JHS. A little later, it's showtime in one Southwest Missouri city as Hollywood comes to Springfield.
Plus, the rain is coming to the four-state area. Well, it turned out to be kind of a gloomy Friday for us today, but temperatures right about where they should be for this time of the year. It looks great right now. This is from our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex Tower Cam 7th and Joplin Street, looking northeast through downtown. Nice Friday evening, but the rain is really going to be increasing. So if you are heading out to any of the area playoff football games, definitely you want to take the rain gear, especially on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side. And there is occasionally a little bit of thunder in there, but this is mainly just good old showers across the region. But where you do see the yellows and a little bit of orange, that is moderate rain. So lifting north, but increasing once you get into southwestern Missouri. You can see the heaviest rain, those on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side. Zooming in, so Iola, Chanute, Yates Center, Erie. Still kind of right on the doorstep once you get Fort Scott, 69 south toward Pittsburgh. Little shower across Cherokee County, so getting into Carl Junction. As you track farther south, rain really picks up northeastern Oklahoma, Miami, Bonita, Grand Lake, points west toward Nowata. And this whole storm system wrapping up, classic comma shape. On the colder side, quite a bit of snow once you get into eastern parts of Colorado. All right, let me walk you through time. 9:30, periods of showers and thunderstorms, widespread. Everybody will get rain tonight. Periods of thunderstorms and showers continuing. Here's 1 o'clock in the morning. Few little breaks. Picks up again late tonight. One last final batch into tomorrow morning. So we're going to start the day with clouds and showers, and then the rain will start to exit as we go through the morning hours, meaning sunshine returns by the afternoon. How much rain could we get? I think most areas, half an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, but that's where it's going to fall on average, which, hey, we need the rain. You can see those chances high, near 100% tonight, taper as we go through the morning hours. Looking outside right now, we are sitting anywhere from lower 50s where it's raining to lower 60s where it's not raining. 7th and range line sitting at 63 degrees with a few showers starting to pick up. And the rain through the evening hours, so it's chilly and wet if you're heading out to high school football games. But check this out. Sunshine returns tomorrow afternoon, mid-60s, so a pretty good day. Tomorrow night, clear skies, cool again into the mid-40s. And then once we go into Sunday, another great day, sunny skies, high temps into the mid-60s. If you're heading north to Arrowhead for the Chiefs and the Broncos, also looking pretty good. 64 on Saturday, 65 on Sunday, morning showers, PM sun. And down in the tropics, we've been watching Raphael clocking winds at 100 miles per hour. So hurricane's going to move right through the Gulf as we go through the next couple days and then start to die once we get into early next week. 64 tomorrow, 65 on Sunday, 68 Monday, 70 on Tuesday. A weak system on Wednesday, a few showers, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday look good. But most of next week is going to be a really nice fall-like week.
Yeah, it's fall, and some say it's the best time of the year.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right, thanks, Doug.
You bet.
Well, still ahead, it's the second week of the playoffs for high school football in Kansas and Missouri. John Dales joins us live from the Game of the Week in Joplin, up next in sports.
Hey, welcome into KOAM pregame live, and our Game of the Week is here in Joplin as the Eagles have their playoff opener. It's a district semifinal against Kickapoo as both of these teams try to punch their ticket to the district championship next week. Let's talk a little bit about this one. Now, Joplin is the 2 seed in Class 6 District 5. They had a bye last week. So did Kickapoo. So both of these teams are going to be pretty well rested coming into this one. Now, last year, the Eagles went on the road to Kickapoo in this round of the playoffs. They won big. 45-29 was the final score of that game. Then these teams also met in the first week of the regular season this year. Once again, that was a big Joplin victory, 30-7 the final score. In all likelihood, the winner of this one is going to play undefeated Nixa on the road next week. Now over to Class 5, District 7. Carthage and Neosho rematch tonight. A couple of COC rivals meet over at David Hafner Stadium. The winners going on to the district title game. Now they played each other also in the regular season. That was just 2 weeks ago in the final game of the regular season. Now the Tigers won 42-20 in that contest. Round 2 is tonight at the top of the hour. Over to Class 4. Carl Junction hosts a District 6 semifinal tonight against Bolivar. CJ's coming off a tight win last week. That was against McDonald County. It was a 1-score game. The Bulldogs, though, they also played Bolivar in the regular season. They won that contest 27-21 on the road. Now, moving over to Kansas, we got a couple of undefeated teams in Kansas that are both in action tonight. They host regional championships. We'll start with Frontenac. The Raiders have been dominant. We'll start with Riverton and Humboldt. Humboldt's undefeated. Cubs are 9-0. Nobody's come within 10 points of them all season. They play host to Riverton. Now, you might remember last year, this was a regional championship as well, but the game took place in Riverton. Humboldt won that one. Tonight, it's in Humboldt, and Riverton trying to get revenge from last year's result. Frontenac, I just mentioned them, they're also undefeated. They host a Class 3A regional championship this evening. The defense has led the way all year for the Raiders. They play host to Perry-Lecompton tonight. Now, the Frontenac defense has been so good, it allows just 8 points per game against its opponents and has had 4 shutouts so far this year. Obviously, we're going to have the highlights from that one tonight at 10. Shifting over to the NFL, now the Chiefs enter this week without a loss. They've made it 8 games undefeated. They've had one of their toughest tests yet, though. This Sunday, they take on the Broncos, who have been stingy this season. More on that in this week's Minute with Mitch.
Short weeks are tough weeks in the NFL, especially when the Chiefs are slated to play one of the NFL's best defenses this Sunday. The Denver Broncos are strong in nearly every defensive category, and they'll test the strength of the Chiefs' offense so far. That's the interior 3 of the Chiefs' offensive line. Left guard Joe Thuney, center Creed Humphrey, right guard Trey Smith make up arguably the best inside 3 of any O-line in the NFL. The numbers back it up. Almost halfway through the season, the Chiefs ran the ball inside more than any time since 2016, and they registered a 55% success rate on those inside runs, the second best mark in the NFL. Denver's defense is tough, but so is the Chiefs' inside offensive line 3 on this Minute with Mitch. The Minute with Mitch is brought to you by Como Jewelry in Joplin and Pittsburgh.
For high school football, highlights tonight. Join us at 10:15 right here on KOAM for 4 State Friday night. Then also our last episode of Press Box. That's on Fox 14 after their college football coverage. For now, that's it.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 10. The Wilson County, Kansas Historical Society takes a trip back to the 60s for a fundraiser. Plus, we'll have more from a movie location in Southwest Missouri. And get ready for some high school football. We've got another edition of 4 State Friday night. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 10. Well, movies, cameras, and all of that will start rolling in Springfield this week. The project starring actor Tim Daly is the latest to roll into Missouri since the Show Me State began offering tax breaks and other incentives to filmmakers.
The thing about these tax incentives and rebates, whatever you want to call them, the great thing about having them in a community is that money stays in the community. Hotels are rented, restaurants are frequented, dry cleaners, so that the money that's spent stays right here in this community, which is great.
We'll have more on this project coming up tonight on KOAM News at 10.
Well, showers, thunderstorms increasing as we go through the rest of the evening into the overnight hours. Nothing strong, nothing severe. So we're going to start the day wet and then sunshine by the afternoon. The rest of the weekend looking pretty good.
All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you right back here at 10. Have a great night and an even better weekend.